Well, Tom, it's been a while since we've had a beer.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
No, we do. This does make me want to I need a non-work camping trip.
I know, and that's why I was so bummed I couldn't go with Freddie this weekend.
I know.
Because like that was supposed to be a camping trip. It
Right.
turns out to just be 10 hours of driving.
Yeah.
Which is less fun.
I still considered it because Hellbender's burritos, but
We passed on it last week. So I think I can legally say this now. I'll ask the wife. But it comes out. I mean, we're allowed to tell our friends now.
I mean, well, if this is the Scout episode, I feel like we should get on the recency of that.
Yeah.
You can cut this part of it out. So
Well,
maybe wait for a different episode.
That's fine. Whatever. Let's bring it in first.
All right.
I don't know why we wait so long. What's up, guys? Welcome back to your favorite podcast, the Dirt Drive podcast.
Oh, we're back up to number one?
The bit's over. I tried it with Mountain State, and I tried it with...
Yeah, it's because it's my bit, not your bit.
It's not a good bit.
Right.
The bit's over. We're your favorite podcast. Don't forget it.
Like and subscribe. Like it's your favorite podcast.
Tell
please.
your friends. Share us in your Instagram story. Really, we need the exposure. We're doing really good. We just need exposure.
Yeah.
So please just help share us.
I will.
Like, whether you like our clips or not, I post on social media. I'm still posting them.
I feel like
so just help share them,
I was
please.
gonna say, I feel like the clips do well.
They do all right.
So if you like the clips and you like this clip, because this will be a clip,
Probably not.
make it a clip, and then go like and subscribe on wherever you listen to podcasts, and don't mind the smoke effect.
It's because we're cool. Fuck.
I found the wettest wood in my wood pile.
You did. This week we're at Tom's house again. We've been in
OG
multiple places.
The OG shop.
Last time we recorded here, we were by just in your field by a table.
Yeah.
So we've been in 4 places because we've been deeper in the garage before. I think before we had cameras.
I think the
5 places because we've done your living room, your basement, the yard, here, and deeper in the garage.
yeah.
It's 5.
I mean, I think the very first episode was
Your
in the
living room.
garage. Well, yeah,
The very-
000, the forbidden episode was in the living room.
yeah.
But no, the first released episode was in the garage here.
Yeah. Which I should probably put I don't care. I'm wearing my Haunted Mansion Crocs because they're the best.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. It is actually post-Halloween.
Oh,
Post-election
yeah.
day. No comment.
It's gonna be that far.
Yeah, November 12th.
Hope everybody voted.
Yep.
Hopefully we're all still here to listen to this episode.
I just mentioned how we were going to make wild speculations that were just
That
completely
wasn't
vague.
a wild speculation. That is a generic comment that anything can happen at any point on any day. So hopefully after that specific day, there's still society, and leave a comment below if society survived and you're listening to the podcast today.
Just wild speculation. But yeah, welcome back to the podcast. We're stoked to be kind of back in a home location, just the two of us. I'm trying to think of the last time we were all together.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we had like me, you, Trevor, and PJ.
I mean, it was in the basement. The episode, I think was that the July 4th
I think so.
round of episodes?
But remember, I was looking at the future and I'm like, hey, this is gonna be the last time
I believe we did
an
an episode that we talked about how busy the fall was going to be.
Yeah.
And
So
here we are at the end of it.
I'm hoping that the weekend after this one comes out, like that November 15th, so Friday, that we can all get together and actually the 4 of us record.
Yeah, I know PJ and I had a conversation, I don't know, maybe a few days ago about actually setting up the studio in the basement again and like doing it nice. And
Instead of the foam falling off the walls.
Yeah, we just got to figure out yeah. So winter renovations.
It's not going to happen.
It's going to happen.
High hopes.
Listen. The goal is to make this a high quality.
Did I hit record? Okay.
Oh God, that would have been fucking awful.
Listen, I'm good at this.
Once every 7 or 8 episodes.
I've only done it twice.
Yeah.
But yeah, so winter renovations. But the reason we're here today is to talk to you about our Lord and Savior Expo, Overland Expo. and all the other things we've done the last few weeks.
Yeah, just a little recap, I guess.
Yeah, just we've been busy. We enjoyed the show.
That's pretty much the recap.
Yeah, very busy.
We both agreed the show was relatively underwhelming.
Yeah,
which I think the fact that it was the week after Hurricane Helene, and
I mean there was a ton of open vendor space.
The market,
there's probably about a football field of open vendor space.
The market itself, I feel like, well, it's not even a feel like. There's statistical evidences that the market has pretty much plateaued, and I think that is I don't want to say scaring companies, but I think companies are recognizing they don't have to market as aggressively.
Yeah.
I would say for me, the highlight was getting up close on the Ineos Grenadier.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
But we didn't do the ride and drive because it's going to ride and drive just like anything else. But talking
we got to crawl under it.
But talking to a dealer manager.
Yeah, I think he was one of the dealers. Like, I don't know if they're doing like individual dealers. I don't really know their business structure.
He was like the Greenville, North Carolina.
Yeah, it was something like that.
But it was really cool to talk to. Got a lot of insight.
Yeah.
Dana style axles.
Yep.
BMW powertrain. So it's a super
radius arm,
super beefy unit, and you're going to be able to beat it up for as much as you can for a limited travel overlander.
Yeah. Really.
But I mean, it's if it wasn't so fucking expensive, it's got really cool features.
Yeah. Well, and it's well thought out. Like it is like, we always say like, Rubicons and some of the TRD packages are pretty much off the dealer lot, ready to go. I think the Grenadier is probably the most ready to go out of all of them.
Well, and I think it'll depreciate like the LR3s. I don't think that in 15 years,
5.
And Grenadiers are going to be
25 grand.
And they're going to be so awesome.
Yeah.
That's when like the poors are going to get a hold of them.
Well, I was going to
have fun with them.
The people that appreciate what that truck is can't afford them.
Yeah.
Because
currently.
Two of them are sitting here right now going, that's an awesome truck. I'll wait 5 years for it to be a third of the price.
Yeah.
And
which I was blown away
still
by
won't be able to afford it.
But Patrick the Tesla guy.
Yeah.
His realization that he brought to us was that those LR3s fucking $4,500.
Yeah.
For a luxury Land, like it's a piece of shit. But it's a luxury Land Cruiser.
Right. So for that
Land Rover, sorry.
For that same $4,500 though, I'm buying a Cayenne.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And getting the exact same amount of performance and enjoyment out of it, and spending as much on repairs, but not feeling like an asshole doing it.
But that's going to be the nicheness of the Grenadier.
I think it'll be a little bit bigger than that, but because
I think given 15 years, 20 years, those Grenadiers are going to be fucking ugly cheap.
Well,
like Tommy's going to be wanting to get a Grenadier, and you're like,
it could be his first car, yeah.
Let me save for a few months so I can get you one.
Yeah, or he can mow the lawn for a few months and then buy himself one.
Fair,
because inflation. When that thing's that $10,000 Grenadier 15 years from now,
you saw what happened on the 5th. Things are going to be cheaper in the future. Am I right? Because it's either going to pop or it's going downhill.
I mean, again, we're not even sure if anybody's going to ever hear this podcast. So
They will.
Well, we don't know.
Listen, unless my computer dies, in that case, I'll just buy a new computer. It's going up. Tom.
I'm just saying. What day is this coming out? What
the 12th?
Future past? Oh, so it's going to be the
full week.
A full week after?
Yeah,
it's.
You'll see what happens, I guess.
Like I said, if you're listening to this podcast,
what is today's date? It's the 25th.
Yeah,
of October 25th. So
3 weeks from now.
So we've got no idea what happened. But yeah, the Grenadier was.
You heard it here first.
We don't know what happened, but you're going to be.
Nobody knows what happened. Even after it happens, people still won't know what actually happened.
This is my speculation. It is 7 days after.
This is turning exactly into what we said I didn't want it to be.
7 days after, you still don't have results from some counties.
That's guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
And it's whether or not any of those counties are flattened.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
All right, but back to Expo.
This is how underwhelming Expo was this year. Hot take.
Yeah.
That we've digressed this far.
I think that us as the podcast, we had some really great episodes. We met some really cool people.
Yeah, I would say.
And the networking was awesome. Like
the networking is always, to me, the big benefit of any of those shows. And I think we got some cool stuff done with the podcast, as you guys have heard over the last few weeks.
Yeah, I had fun with You Left Me by Myself for Mountain State, but we had a great time with them. And I apologize. I know some of you guys recognize when I railroad. I didn't railroad, but I did talk a lot that episode. I was just having fun. So I want to apologize, but I'm also not going to apologize.
I like how I can't even comment on it because I haven't even heard the episode yet.
I'm currently editing it.
Yeah.
So
I like how you're getting ahead of yourself, calling yourself out.
Oh no, I'm definitely going to call
future
myself
past.
out. I know. So I edit the episodes. I know when I talk too much.
That's fair. I don't. I just rant.
Yeah, but you're not editing the episodes, and nobody calls you out for it.
It's because they're constructive ranting.
It's
yours is just incoherent,
but
babbling.
I was also like, MSO was very fun. That was a good one.
Yeah, they seemed like good dudes.
Chris,
it's still one of my favorite conversations.
Yeah, one of my favorite conversations we've had to date.
Future past. Well, I don't know. It's not really future past. More speculation. Carrie's got a friend for Chris.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Does she? He?
Yeah.
They?
It's a she.
Okay, that's good. But yeah, Chris was a lot of fun. Oh, there's a bird.
Yeah. There's gonna be a couple of those.
ADD. That's a bird.
Who?
No, it's not an owl. That's
I'm pretty sure I have an owl.
It's living behind your rogue fabrication sign.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Chris was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun talking to him. I mean, I knew that one. So as soon as we finished recording, we have some episodes where we record, and I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna love editing this. Yeah. And it was all of them from this weekend, but in particular, it was Mountain State and Chris.
Yeah.
I had a fun time. I mean, I can't thank the F-Bomb guys enough for letting us invade camp, have them turn their music down, and welcome us to record.
Yep.
I don't know why they do it. It's so much fun, and like
I always feel like they think we're bigger than we are.
They definitely do. So, sorry, Brandon and Brian and Brian and Brandon and I don't know all the B names.
Rest of them.
Yeah. Yeah, that was really fun. I'll say I got 2 cool pieces of equipment because I played with my Garmin inReach, kind of got it figured out, and I talked to Garmin about how to use it.
Okay.
Even though I bought it on Amazon, whatever. And then I got my Gazelle tent, and then 2 weekends later, I got to use it. Got to use both of my things.
Right.
So I had a great time. The inReach was cool because we stayed for my family overlanding trip that we do every year. We're leafers. We got into West Virginia and we just kind of bomb around dirt roads and see cool sights, and it's really the overlanding thing.
Yeah.
We stayed in Seneca Rocks, no cell service. We got there as we were coming through Moorfield or Petersburg.
Sure.
I don't know. It's the last one you go through on your way on 220. I called on the radio. I said, "Hey guys, we're losing cell service. Make your phone calls now." Nobody made their phone calls. So
rookies.
We got into camp. We got in so late. We just got a cabin.
Yeah.
Other reasons that you know about.
Mm-hmm.
But then I got from my father-in-law and my sister-in-law. Hey, can we send? Is there any way to send a text message to get out to people? And I'm like, actually, there is. And then I pulled out this little orange thing and like, what is that? And I'm like, I just sent a text message on my phone. And they go, how'd that work? And it was really cool. People were able to keep up with our location when we didn't have cell service. I think Tom's buying one because he's like, he goes motorcycling out in West Virginia all the time. So that way he can reach out to his wife and all that stuff. But then the next night was really fun. We stayed. Oh, fuck. I already forgot the name of the campground. But it's the F-Bomb. It's an F-Bomb overland site that we were supposed to go to for the eclipse. The highest campsite was like 4,000 feet. It was wonderful. It was so pretty.
That's cool.
We got there, set up camp, and that's when the Gazelle shined. Not that they're a sponsor. I just like the product yet.
Yet.
But we got there. I threw open the back of the Jeep, and I literally had that thing set up in 2 minutes because I'm a novice.
Poink. Right?
Yeah. And you pull the sides and push the top.
Yeah, there's definitely I definitely see a benefit of the quick.
And then my father-in-law and my sister-in-law and her boyfriend were fucking with their tents for 20 minutes.
20? Okay, that's
they're
that's
they're not campers.
Yeah,
they have tents to use once a year.
That's gonna burn. We're gonna have to do like 8 episodes.
That's fine. But yeah, they camp once a year. They're like, that's so cool. So I had the tent set up.
Yeah, did you tell them how much it costs, though, compared to their 20-minute Coleman?
As much as it sucked because it cost, I still saved a good deal of money on it. But like,
oh, you got a phenomenal deal.
For the quality of the tent, I wouldn't mind paying full price for one. I would still pay full price for one.
I mean, that's a 30-year tent.
Oh, absolutely.
Like I 100% agree that it is worth the expense. But for people who go once a year, it's not worth it at all.
But like, we're talking about going again in December.
Yeah.
And then after that, I don't know how often I'll get out because of certain life things. I think local trips are going to be easier next year.
Yeah.
But we're talking about going in December.
Yep.
So I want to use my shit. Like,
yeah,
that's the whole point. It was a hard decision for me to buy those two things because they were not cheap.
Yeah.
But I think it was 100% worth it. Is that tent was 100% worth it, and the inReach is just for the safety of. I mean, I had the conversation with Chris of being able to be out of cell phone reach and service, like anywhere in the world, and be able to send a text to let people know I'm okay.
Yeah, it's like my philosophy with that stuff has always been if you're the only one affected, it's your risk to do whatever you want. But when you have
a wife, a kid,
well, but even just like groups of people going, like then it becomes harder to be self-sufficient. Like in Chris's case, where like it's just him, right? Like he's responsible for him and only him. When you become responsible for other people, like that requires different planning, different tools, different whatever.
Yeah.
And I think like the inReach thing is definitely on my list. For me, it's probably still a year or two out, just because I don't get out as much as you do.
Well, and when you go out, I will also be there. One per group is fine,
right? But I would say
have the guy that goes most in the group get one,
right? And like 2 years from now, like when Tommy's older, like yeah, we might do a solo family trip, and in that case, like I would want one. Yeah. But like we agreed probably next summer we'll do some like backyard camping just to ease them into it before like.
But we also talked about how you can now send satellite text message on your iPhone.
Yeah, so that's why I'm not buying anything today, because it's like, I mean, we're 2 iPhones past when the iPhone came out with that capability now. So like we're on the iPhone 16. So like 2 years from now when it's iPhone 20, like,
well, and at some
point, who knows how reliable that service is, and like not needing an extra device and just paying $15 a month or whatever it is to Apple or maybe it becomes included.
Well, that's what I'm saying with the crazy shit that fucking Elon's doing.
Right.
Is you'll have a Starlink cell phone that'll be the best cell phone in the world and run off the Starlink network.
Get the existing Starlink Mini and you have Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Well,
as long as you get out from under the trees, you have Wi-Fi.
Well, and that was one thing that I considered with the inReach too, is like it's about twice the price for the Starlink Mini. It's still less than, it's like $650.
Oh,
for the Starlink Mini, the book sized one, like the small.
I thought it was like $499 for the equipment.
That's the big one. So they have a small. They have a small one, like the size of a notebook. It's like $650, $700.
Okay.
But then I don't just go overlanding. I go hiking. I go kayaking.
Sure.
I do all that other shit.
Yeah, you're not like
having
carry,
having the portability is something small.
Yeah, see, I don't.
Yeah,
that's why I got into off-roading, because I like hiking. I just don't want to walk places.
Election day. Back to election day. I may have gone for an 11-mile hike on election day. I may have gone.
Oh, because you have the day off. Because you're
got the day off. Yeah, because I work
for
for the government.
I'm like, how are you doing that on a Tuesday? Like, don't you have to work?
Well, so I have it made in the shade. You're gonna hate me.
I already do.
So last week, election week, future past. I work remote on Monday. Tuesday's election day. I got Tuesday off. I work remote on Wednesday. I may have taken Thursday off, and I've definitely got Friday off. And then it's a long weekend because it's Veterans Day.
Yep.
So I may have 7 days from home in a row before this come out.
Never, ever, 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 ever want to hear any excuses from you about not having free time, not having like the ability to do anything ever again.
That's fine. I will still make the excuses.
I got to the shop at 8:45 this morning, and I was rushing to leave by 6:15.
Yeah.
And that was my short day this week.
Well, that's the joys of owning your own business.
Yeah.
Come work for the government.
I'd rather not.
I'm anti-government.
I mean,
I'm anti-government, honestly, but I work for the government.
Without turning this into like an NPR podcast, I kind of feel like I do work for the government based on the amount of money I pay them every month.
Fair. That is very fair.
Like, I am doing a lot of legwork for the government.
Yeah.
For not a lot of benefit.
Nope.
Well, actually, zero benefit from the government.
Zero benefit from the government.
Wrong podcast, though. Yeah. Back to off-roading.
Yeah, so that's how I justified the inReaches. Hiking. Yeah. I mean, I did 2 weeks ago from today, not from future past. I did 7 miles on the Appalachian Trail. I'm going to do 11 miles in a few weeks. Like, and just living on the Shenandoah River, I find myself kayaking a few times a year. Yeah, no,
I don't see any reason for anybody doing any of that. And like I learned this when I was in Colorado, like that those inReaches and SOS devices have been around forever. I shouldn't say forever, but
they've been around for a long time. Well, sat phones have been around.
And I've never heard anybody give an argument of it's not worth the expense.
Yeah.
Like in Colorado, a lot of it was avalanche based, like for backcountry skiers and snowboarders and stuff. Like that was really what they were pushed for. Was like if you do backcountry and you get into an avalanche, like that inReach is probably still going to transmit even if you're buried to some extent, and like they can pinpoint you and dig you out if it's quick enough. Yeah. Like there's a lot of benefit to those things, and I think like overlanding is probably like the least necessary to
absolutely
to have it, because it's like
agree.
Oh no, I don't have cell service. Let me get in my running vehicle with air conditioning and drive out of here.
So what inspired it is I did that West Virginia trip with Seamus and Jed to Williamsburg, West Virginia.
Yeah.
And we found a great campsite. So I had the wherewithal the night of the night that me and Seamus camped was to set up camp and run back 10 miles to the top of the mountain and call my wife.
Why'd you run?
I drove, obviously. Because I don't have a rooftop tent and canopies and all that shit hanging off the side. So I drove up to the top of the mountain and called my wife.
I mean, you could have driven with the rooftop tent and the canopies open. That's what real overlanders do.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like this campsite.
I was watching a video today. I can't remember who it was. They were doing the Allegheny Trail. He was in a sweet, like, 72 series Land Cruiser.
Okay.
And they had a grass flattening activity where they just drove around in circles on the grass to make their campsite so it wasn't super tall grass. I'm like, what the fuck are overlanders with their tents up and everything? This is a good site. So they put their tents up, canopies out, just driving around in circles on the grass to flatten the grass.
I mean, there's definitely somebody somewhere who carries a Milwaukee weed whacker.
Oh, I absolutely would. But back to the story. The next morning, I didn't have the wherewithal to text or call my wife. And I didn't get cell service until 2 o'clock.
Okay.
And she hollered at me for good reason.
Sure.
But she hollered at me. And I'm like, I'm buying an inReach, so that way I'm never making the mistake again.
That's fair.
So I will jump in the Jeep. I will see it on the dash. I will hit a button. She'll know I'm alive. And I'll call her when I get to cell service.
Or maybe the bear is going to use his fingies and push the button for you.
Bear fingers like chicken fingers, just thicker.
Yeah. That's called recall.
Recall. Hell yeah, brother.
That was definitely a past episode that you referred to a bear claw as bear fingies.
I don't remember that, but I'm sure you do.
You definitely did. Because I know that's on the T-shirt list.
So you had a thought because I was talking about driving around in circles with the tents and canopies.
I don't know if we were recording it or not when we were talking about it, but local-ish trip that we were talking about possibly doing MABDR.
Oh, the whole thing? Yes.
I would like to do the whole thing. I need you to send me the map.
Okay.
Because I know from reading the website, one of the towns it goes through is the town of Carrie's family's farm.
Okay.
So when I'm up there tomorrow, I want to see in relation to the farm, like where it cuts through the area.
It's going to be the road that splits the farm.
That would be pretty wild, but it is also very possible.
Yeah.
Like knowing the area, it's very possible because the farm does back up to state game land. I don't think it's a drivable trail. I think it's more of an ATV road for hunting. Mm-hmm. So it may cut through like a different part of the mountain, but that's why I'm curious.
We could tie it into because there's a trip I want to do next summer, hopefully.
Yeah.
See how that goes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The timing doesn't line up well.
But
future past.
But sometimes it does.
Sometimes it does. So this is me being who I am, a crunchy granola motherfucker. I don't know what that means. Apparently, it's like outdoorsy, but fake outdoorsy.
Crunchy. So does that make Sean chewy granola and you're crunchy?
There's different levels. I think he's a Visco girl.
Okay, now I'm really confused.
But it's a gross community of women that think they're outdoorsy and they judge themselves on level of outdoorsy by these weird names.
I'd say you need a hobby, but I think the problem
This is
your hobby.
Yeah, this is my hobby. So
you need a new hobby.
What I want to do next year, hopefully over the summer,
let's get into making homemade granola.
That would be delicious. I love granola. Homesteading chickens, not that. I hate chickens.
They're so evil.
They're so gross.
Well, dinosaur. Anyway,
but Virginia has 5 peaks over 5,000 feet.
Oh, that'd be fun.
And they're all in the Danville area, so they're all right around there.
Yeah.
So take 3 days. I think 2 are drivable and the other 3 are hikeable. So take 3 days, drive the 2 and hike the 3, and then it's not far from. Where does the MABDR start?
Lynchburg?
No.
Bedford?
Jesus Christ. Bristol.
Oh.
So it starts in Bristol, Virginia, Tennessee, like right on the border.
Okay.
And that's an hour drive from the mountains. So from the 5 peaks.
Can we plan it around like a Freedom 500?
Even better. So I'll hike the 5 peaks. We'll do a Freedom 500 and we'll drive the BDR home.
Okay.
You can meet me there just for the Freedom 500
I'll drive
and
the BDR home. I don't mind.
Well, no, I know, but you won't do the 5 peaks hiking.
I mean, I'll do the 2 driving. How close can you drive to the other one? Like, are we talking like?
It's a pretty good hike.
Maybe I'll start training now.
You won't.
You're right. I won't, but I'll think about it.
But that's if we could tie that in with a whole BDR trip, like go all the way up to like New York.
So
but that's
part of why I want to know the
driving.
map. Right. Well, but that's the thing is that's why I want to know what it does in Pennsylvania, because if you look at it, if you look at the descriptions on the website, it does. To me, it doesn't seem like you're in a lot of trail and like dirt road until you're in Virginia. Like there's most of the chunks of Pennsylvania and Maryland are like country road.
Yeah.
Which, knowing those country roads, you can do 40, 50, like because the farm by highway, right? You go at 15, the farm is an hour and a half from here. So like because if I remember correctly, it's the New York PA border down to the Virginia Tennessee border is the MABDR, right? So
I feel like from Moorfield, West Virginia to like the Pennsylvania state line is like a lot of.
So Carlisle, Pennsylvania is 2.5 hours from here. You're probably another 3 to 4 from Carlisle to the border.
Yeah.
So like to do the whole thing, I think you're like a full day. You're probably 8 hours to go border to border in Pennsylvania. And then you're like a day from Pennsylvania into Virginia. And then I think it's like 4 days of Virginia.
Yeah. Virginia's huge.
Is how they like say to map it.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, they break it up by section on their website, so we could see, and it's also adventure bikes go a little faster than we do on dirt.
True.
So it would all be play it by ear,
yeah.
and I mean the Harper's Ferry stop is easy. We just come home for the night,
right?
Make the wives happy. We've been gone for 5 days, yeah, but we'll be home tomorrow night.
And that's why I say like
beep boop. Like on the
it's an easy breakup because like
why are you texting me on the energy? You have cell service,
right?
Yeah, but I pay for it.
And that's my point is like we could start north, heading south, stop at the farm. First night's at the farm. Second night's at home in Harper's Ferry. And then we're basically just running trails we know for the next 4 days.
Yeah. Freedom 500, I go hiking and everyone comes home.
Yeah.
Done.
I mean, again, I think after five days of driving, even I might want to hike a little bit.
We got to figure out the logistics of it. We got to actually like
map it,
get the boys together and like figure out the group. I think it'll be the same group as Moab.
Yeah. Well, if you offer up hiking some peaks, you'll get Matt. I don't know if you'll get Travis.
Yeah, you'll be in the same boat as you. You'll sit at camp and drink beer, and me and Matt will go hike.
Yeah, that's fair.
But what else did I have on my list that I texted you?
Pull
it. It's on your phone.
Oh yeah, it is on my phone. No phones while we're filming, Tim.
Listen, do your push-ups there. Grind hard.
What? It was not my back pocket.
No. Is it just a phone in a back pocket for grind hard?
Yeah.
I thought it was any phone on camera for grind
clearly
hard.
you pay attention when you watch those episodes.
I don't. I'm usually working on the podcast.
Off-season plans?
Not many.
Yeah, I mean,
your off-season plan is to
you're staring at it.
Yeah, look at this one. My off-season plan is Black Friday deals. Check out the Black Friday deals. Check out our partners for Black Friday deals because I'm sure they have some.
I have some previews of some stuff, so yes, there will be some stuff. It will get join Dirt Nerds Off-Road Forum. We will probably be. I'm not gonna say probably. We're going to do exclusive drop ship Black Friday sales in that group only. So Dirt Nerds Off-Road Forum on Facebook.
Yeah, so there's two things I want to do for the JK for a winter build. It's getting the roof rack. I'm buying the JCR roof rack for the Jeep just because storage is super necessary.
Yep.
And I can make it work with the 2 dogs and the wife and all that stuff, but if I can strap ship to the top, it makes it that much easier. Hopefully get OVS on board, see if I can get a winch. Then that'll be it. Is do the winch in the front bumper, the Rubicon Hard Rock bumper, with the roof rack, and I think that thing will be pretty dialed. And then eventually turn it into a rock lander. Like I want it to be on the level of yours, low center of gravity, long arm.
Yep.
Just put a 44 in the front of it, but that's not winter project. That's
long term.
That's a long term project.
Off camera are the tons.
Yes, they're over here.
So the tons will get built. I don't know if it will be. My goal is fully installed
in the JK.
YJ.
In the JK.
YJ.
No, in the.
I just rebuilt that axle.
Yeah, give it to me.
No, that's not how that works.
Give me your 44.
No. That is the most that's gonna get at this point. Is I have the big brake kit, a bunch more like just cleanup and maintenance and paint work to do.
Fix Tom's mistakes. Most of them are fixed, I think.
Yeah. The mechanical
now
stuff.
it's just fixing Tom's mistakes.
No. Mechanically, it's great. I think it needs a wheel bearing or a U joint or both, or all 3 U joints. But we may wrap it. I'm tossing that around. Found out
That'd be nice.
Matt used to wrap food trucks for a living, so, and I mean, the JK is basically just a small food truck.
Yeah, it's just a flat surface.
It's very flat. So that may be a fun springtime thing, but I really want to focus on this.
Yeah,
I'll definitely have the motor running again. Whether or not it will be trail ready is going to depend on budgeting and parts availability because full hydro is expensive.
Yeah,
and I'm.
It depends on what happened last week in the state of the economy for the winter. Am I right?
Also true. In which case, all of it may be getting sold. So if you're in the market for half-finished projects,
I've got 2. Tom's got 14. I don't know.
Well, only 2 of them are mine. The rest are other people's unfinished projects that I have to finish.
Just sell those. You'll need the money.
Yeah. But yeah, it's that.
Yeah.
This turn. I mean, I would like to on an not really unrelated note, but like we've talked about this stuff for so long. I feel like we really need to.
God, that chili is wrecking me right now. I'm making all sorts of
Already?
noises.
I feel like we really should give the people some more insight and
some build content.
Build content.
We also have.
I'm gonna give that a little
I can't.
stir.
I haven't come up with the cache yet. Or we'll pause for a second. What time gives
No, you're good. I'm listening. I got headphones on.
I haven't. You're not gonna have headphones on for a minute.
I reached it last time. I just need something to poke it with. I'm listening.
Yo, my drive shaft.
That's a little aggressive.
Just dragging the recorder around with you. Is that a hockey stick?
No, no. The hockey sticks are expensive. I wouldn't use that as a fire poker.
I haven't come up with the cache yet, but we have that potential. Yeah, for real. That CJ7 project.
It's a CJ5 project. That is happening. Actually, by now it probably has happened and hopefully is sold because that's how I'm planning on funding a lot of my other projects.
Fair.
Don't step on that and hit yourself in the face. Give that a little stir.
So I will help you with that. I can't, obviously, if it's already happened, I can't help fund it.
I mean, by the time this comes out, it will It will be acquired. I'm committed to that one.
Yeah.
So, which.
Well, if it's by the time this comes out, it gives me a month to come up with $500 to help you acquire that. So then I can help you build it.
No, because if
if
we don't acquire by the time this comes out, it won't be there to acquire.
Fair. Okay.
Oh, hi, Rust.
Your wife's standing there.
Yeah, no, she's letting the dog out. Do you not see the dog?
Oh no, I see the dog. I didn't know if she's just watching us or not.
She is. She's
But
judging
yeah,
us.
so that'll be a fun project that hopefully we get content on.
Yeah.
Like I said, whether I help you financially with that or not,
Come here, bud.
we have to figure that out. But
Yeah, that's on you.
I will at least help you get content and do the building side of
If
that.
anybody is looking for a CJ7 or CJ5 project, this one is mint.
Running and driving needs paint.
That's the goal. Yeah.
Yeah.
To be determined. Hopefully,
Running and driving needs paint. Make us an offer.
hopefully we're better at predicting that than we are the election.
Well, we haven't made any predictions. We just made very vague predictions.
Have we?
I don't know.
Or have we not? You determine.
They don't have to determine it. It happened last week, Tom.
Yeah, but did we predict it correctly? Is the world ending or is it over?
Yeah. Either way.
That's pretty much how it ends.
Thank you for voting. We can't tell you to go vote, but thank you for voting, I guess.
Or not, depending on how it ends.
Yeah. So the CJ5 project, which
CJ5
is cool.
project. Yeah. Like I said, that's as we sit here. That is a.
As we sit here and keep promising content for
I have
video
like
content.
3 or 4 days to go get that from now.
Nice. From today.
Yeah.
From future past today.
Yeah. So yeah, it's on my list for next week.
Nice.
I've been trying to not tow the trailer to work twice, and I'm waiting for pallet racking to come in for the shop. So the dates it was supposed to be delivered on Monday, didn't get delivered. Or sorry, it was supposed to get delivered on Tuesday. It didn't. No, Monday, and I was supposed to pick it up Tuesday. And when I had the trailer, I was going to go get the Jeep at the same time because I would have already had the trailer. The pallet racking never got delivered, and I was like, I don't feel like
Double trailering
if I don't have to. But yeah, because I also need the pallet racking to make space at the shop to put another project.
Yay.
Because
ADD project.
that project also has to go to the shop
Yes.
and get finished.
Because that is a customer project.
That is a customer project.
Which it looks really nice. The paint turned out
Terry
really
did
well.
a phenomenal job
Yeah.
with it, yeah.
Future past, I hope I'm still not waiting for him to call me back.
I doubt it.
November 19th or
doubt
November
it.
12th.
That's like a 2-hour job that
I know.
he's got to knock out. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's pretty much it.
Well, we have the news too. We're a few weeks late with the news. Is you guys saw it today, which was October 24th.
5th.
The Scout.
Oh, well, that's another episode.
Oh, you want to do a whole nother
Yeah, I
episode?
think we should do another episode on that.
Okay, you want to do it tonight?
Sure.
Okay,
We'll get another beer.
sure.
Ooh, that's like double future past. Because that episode's going to come out before this episode.
It'll come out after.
I think it should come out before.
So this one comes out the 19th.
Yeah, this is real big. But no, this needs to come out no. The Scout episode has got to be recent.
Well, so we can talk about scheduling, but it can come out on a Thursday. You want me to release it like next Thursday?
Rusty boy. Hi, buddy. Hi, puppy dog. I don't know. We can discuss.
Okay.
Hi, puppy dog. Say hi. Say hi. Say
What
hi.
are you doing?
I don't think you've ever been on the podcast.
He's been on by proxy.
Yeah.
Hi.
Snuggled on the couch.
Oh,
Oh,
hi.
yes. Get Uncle Tim.
Well, what else
Bite
you got,
him.
Tom?
Bite him. I don't know.
What's new in your life outside of the shop and your whole life?
I mean, that's pretty much it. That's,
Yeah, I ain't got nothing too much
Yeah.
going on.
PRI. I mean, we got PRI coming up.
Have you looked? I haven't looked into lodging, and you haven't looked into tickets.
I have looked into tickets.
Okay,
I
I
have
need to
an
look
email
in-
out that I'm waiting a response for.
I need to look into lodging.
But yes,
I called Jed about it. He was super busy with 24 Hours of Appalachia
I offhandedly am committed to a meeting with Shop Monkey
at
PRI.
PRI. I've got
So
some podcasts that are tentatively scheduled at PRI
Yeah.
too. So
yeah,
I've actually got a lot of podcasts. I don't know whether you're obviously welcome to join me on them, but I've got a lot of podcasts already scheduled for PRI.
yeah. I mean, as good of a benefit as it will be from a shop standpoint, it's a little bit over the top for me.
Yeah.
Like it's a little extra It's
Yeah,
not.
because we don't do anything racing in the shop as of right now.
Not that I would love to. I just don't. The customer base just doesn't.
We may sell this CJ5 project and pour all the money into the Cherokee. That may be the cage money for the Cherokee,
which would be the biggest bet. It could be. Yeah, it's part of the thought. It's also hydro and
fair
lockers and cage money for that. But
yeah, but the Cherokee's more important.
I mean, I won't go that far. I mean, I'll poo pipe that thing through inspection. I don't.
I don't know if that'll work.
You put enough Bondo on the poo pipe,
Make it thick enough.
It'll mic out like DOM.
Jesus Christ. Well, on that note, we've got other shit we want to talk about. So join us for a future past episode where we might have already talked about this a few weeks ago. I don't know. But thank you for joining us here at the Dirt Drive Podcast, your favorite podcast. We will talk to you guys
Unhinged ramblings
next week.
More beer.